what can I say that's not been said about you? Composer, producer, virtuoso, writer, the best. All the stuff you've done, Zappa, Whitesnake, David Lee Roth, Alcatraz. I'm not reading. This is on top of my head, so I'm doing
You're
pretty
making
good.
me think who I am.
If you forgot, call me anytime. Welcome back, everybody. I am Stefan ADIKA. You're an artist on record, and this is our playlist, Artist Rewind. It's your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. If you love rock and roll stories, this is the place to be. Subscribe, hit the bell to be reminded so you don't miss any other episodes. Also, the first of the month, we have a vinyl game show where you can win prizes from us. All those links are down below in our description. Now, Steve Vai is in the hot seat tonight. He has new music, new stories. And just recently, Steve went to Twitter and just posted this. Wow, it's taken 50 years of playing music to have what I believe is my first number one debuted on a chart. It's really nice, and I want to thank you all for making this happen. We still have a few little surprises for this record, so keep posted. This is a blast. Well, let's hear what Steve has to say. Everybody, put your hands together. Welcome a legend right here on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. All righty. And welcome to the show, Artist on
Thank you,
Record.
Stefan. Nice to be here, brother.
You know, there's a lot to talk about. I feel like now we're friends. We bonded for this much. You know,
Yeah. Well,
everything.
every time I hear your accent, you feel like a brother.
Uh, where are you? Tell me, where are you
Long
from?
Island,
Where in Long Island?
a little town called Carr Place. It's
Okay.
right in the It's between Mineola and Westbury. It's a little. It's probably the top third of Long Island towards the city.
So the Westbury, I remember as a kid, the Westbury
Westbury Music Fair.
Fair. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I see
yeah. It's
Brooklynese. I say everything wrong.
yeah. Well, now it's called. Oh, what do they call it now? But I play there all the time. Every time I go to New York, I usually play the theater at Norfolk or something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Do,
I
when you,
always call it the Westbury Music Fair.
do you really?
Oh yeah, I grew up. You could walk to the Westbury Music Fair from where I lived.
Oh, that's great. So when you go back there, do you go try to go to the old stomping grounds? That's.
Well, I haven't in a while, but I did last week because it was my brother's birthday, and my I have a brother there, and we have five siblings, and we're very tight. So four of us were able to sort of meet in New York City on Long Island in the house. Well, I was staying in a little a little hotel in the house right down the street from the house I grew up in. And what was really great was we got stuck in a snowstorm.
Wow.
You know the snowstorm we had last week down there? Well,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
planning on coming home Saturday, and it just blizzard, and it was great because I got to see this little town that I grew up in covered in snow again. It was great.
That is cool.
And I always try to arrange my tours so that I'm in North America during the fall.
Are you that guy like has a routine and sticks
Yeah,
to it?
I like having a routine because there's certain things I like to do that if I don't put them in a routine, I won't do them.
Yeah,
But I don't do what I don't want to do. You know what I mean?
I like that.
But I like to keep lists to keep organized. So like most people have like a daily, like a morning schedule, the
Mhm.
things you know you want to do, and before you really kick into your day, I have that.
Yeah, you have that. Yeah, it's good to have that little list. Are you a morning guy? Are you a real early bird?
Yeah, I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I
So,
usually get up at about 6. I love the morning. I love
yeah,
the morning. It's quiet. It's still. The molecules are quiet, and you can experience without having to be on the run.
100%. But we weren't like that when we were younger. I had to sleep till 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Even as a
I
kid.
know. I know. It's like that when you want to hear something funny, Steph?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would tell myself, I don't care what I end up doing in life, I will never do anything where an alarm clock goes off and I have to get up. It's just not going to happen. I mean, of course, I have to do it sometimes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I used to actually pray for the ability to function dynamically with little sleep. You know, I used to sleep 8 hours a night, and I used to say, "Gosh, I wish I could. I wish I could only. I only needed 5 hours." You know, and that's when I was young. And then it just started to happen. You know, and I don't really need much sleep even.
I have a problem. I stay up late. I'm up late. I can't
Yeah,
get to bed, and the house is quiet. The wife is sleeping, so she's always hugging me. China, this is my the East Coast Yiddish language. I'm saying,
I know
she,
that word.
you know it. so
It's
so
kind of a sugar.
you know it. And then I get my late night phone calls from my friend. Probably know him, Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh no way!
Yes, are you Andrew
Is he
Dice
your
Clay?
buddy?
We're really good friends.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
He'll
He
probably call me now.
he recorded something in my studio years and years ago. He's he's hilarious. He's great.
He told me that. And check it out. The other day, I go, guess who I got on the show? I go, Steve I is accepting to come on my show. He goes, oh, I recorded my record. I go, you did? And
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
remember.
He started telling me about that. Yeah. He goes, yeah. And he started going into it. I go, well, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for Steve Vai. I gotta get my head wrapped around about it. You're an intimidating guy to interview because first of all, Steve, I don't know if you realize that you're Steve Vai, but I'm here to tell you that you are.
You hear that? You're Steve Vai.
You're Steve Vai. I mean, it's true. Let's go back. You got new music out, which you
Inviolate.
Inviolate. Why did I say Inviolate? What's with
It
me?
kind of looks. I've heard some people are saying different things just by the way it looks, but it's all right.
Okay, so when you do these podcasts, how many people are saying it wrong? Are they saying it wrong, or they're on to
I'd
it?
say 50, 60%, 70%.
Really,
Yeah,
really?
they call it inviolate, invalid,
It,
various things.
okay, but
And it doesn't matter. It's the meaning of the word that matters.
it is the meaning, but I want to get it right because we're gonna have friends watching this and they go, "Oh, how did you do that to Steve? How can you?" so, so I just put it out there right now, but it's out, and the links for your music and they purchase it. I'm gonna put it all down here in the description down below for you good people on YouTube.
Thank you.
Support the rock and roll and keep it going. I saw this video of you playing with one hand.
I had, challenged shoulder issues for some years, probably just like growing up playing the guitar like this. But, they kind of, I'm a very healthy guy. And really, occasionally I have structural problems,
Mhm.
and I had that problem, and it got to the point where I had to get it fixed. And I got it fixed, and it was perfect timing because it was in the middle of the lockdown. Nobody was going anywhere. And so I went and I found this incredible doctor. His name is Dr. Knapp, Knapp. And he's a shoulder specialist, and he developed this kind of sling that is appropriate for people who have had this kind of surgery. And he
Mm.
calls it the knapsack, right? So I went into the hospital and I got this surgery and I came back and the first thing um, I received this, not this guitar, but I had a black Onyx Pia that came,
Mhm.
and I had my arm in a sling like this, and I just went, I wanted to play the guitar, and I just went, you know, you, I thought immediately I could write a song with one hand. And it's not really a big mystery if you're kind of like a legato guitar player like me, where you hammer and. But I knew that the song had to stand on its own as a piece of music and not a gimmick for a gimpy arm. You know what I mean? And so I wrote the best melody I could, and I knew that I wanted it to be a particular length, and I knew that I'd be able to navigate melodies and riffs and stuff like that with the one hand. And I knew that I wanted a great melody, so that was the first thing I wrote. And I also knew I wanted it to seem virtually relentless at times, where it's like, because I'm an entertainer, and I enjoy when people experience what I do and are just fascinated. I'm that guy, and I love that. And at times, some of the things I do can come off kind of eccentric and quirky, but they're very natural to me. And that the hard part with doing that song Knapsack was that we were in lockdown and there was nobody here, so I had to set up the amps, I had to mic everything, I had to set up the cameras, and I had to record it all and perform it all, everything with one hand. He's
Wow.
moving an amplifier.
It's like trying to put your bed together, making your bed in the morning with one hand. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are difficult to do that but you figure it out. What I figured out, that, well, I kind of knew this and it was very helpful, is if you are purposeful with all of your actions, without complaining in your head about anything, things go really well and very smooth, and you can do anything, within reason. So the simplest task of setting up a microphone, instead of complaining about nobody's here and I'm going to do, which mics am I going to use, you just become really present with doing everything, and it moves really quick and effective because you're giving it your attention and your interest. It all has to do with the way you're thinking about what you're doing. Yeah. When you find, I started meditating many years ago when I was in my early 20s, and
Really?
yeah, and I went through various kinds of techniques and things like that. But the one thing that I found so helpful about it is, and it's not a funny word anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's so vital, because when you're meditating, you're stilling your mind from all this crap that it says to you all day. The little voice that's always criticizing other people, and judging and blaming and believing that things need to go a certain way, and then it does all that to yourself too. It blames you, judges you, and all this stuff. So there's this little voice that's constantly creating fantasies or tormenting you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all bullshit. The meditation shuts you stop that voice and you become present. It's a practice, but from it comes clarity, real clarity, because the only thing that can create stress in your life is your thoughts about things. It's not
Absolutely.
the things. People say the damn Democrats or the damn Republicans or whatever it is, it's not in them, it's in your perspective of the situation.
Absolutely.
And then you react that way. So the meditation really helps to kind of clear a space for your creativity to navigate.
Yeah.
In a way that isn't so confusing, as you say, because you're connected when you're kind of clear like that, you're connected to your creative instincts.
100%. Absolutely.
You see something and you go yes, or you go no, yes, no, maybe, no, yes. You're not going no because that asshole, what he did to me, what that guy, or no because nobody will like it and I'll fail and people, no, it's just this personal, instant recognition of the joy you get when you're being creative, and you can't do it well when your mind is full of shit.
Don't go nowhere. We have more of Steve. Just pop on that box right there to watch more episodes. Also, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell to be reminded. And remember, everybody, it's only rock and roll, and we like it. Who loves you, baby? We do.